So I want to teach you this little concept called first 15. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but it's an example, it's a concept that was developed by, I don't know who, but it's talking about the first 15 minutes of the day. Now, realistically, you can do this in the evening, you can do this in the middle of the day, but Chris and I like to use this phrase that we heard from someone that talks about win the morning, win the day. How many of you understand that if you take control of how your morning starts, I'm not talking about whether you have a quiz or not when you get to school, but whether you get up early enough to invest time in yourself. How many know a day of school goes different when you wake up early? Girls, I think this is especially a girl thing. When you can get up and get pretty versus waking up and realizing school starts in 5 minutes and you show up busted and dry, it's a big difference, right? I mean, you dry all day. Like, it doesn't change, you know? Fellas, ashy, you know? Like, there's just a big difference between when you had time to stop at Starbucks or even mostly muffins. I mean, you got to make all those things. You picked up the homies, had the right song playing when you pull up to school. It just sets the stage, and it's the same thing in your mental, emotional, and spiritual life. You win the morning, you can win the day. The first 15, I break it down right now into fives, but the truth is you can break it how you want, but this is all an example. First 15 minutes of your day, 5 minutes of Bible. 5 minutes of Bible. In fact, there's a research that says if you read the Bible for 12 minutes a day, you'll read the whole thing in a year. But five minutes of Bible. And if you ask me, well, how do I read the Bible? Where do I read in the Bible? I'll give some examples. Some people read it, like I said, they read it cover to cover every year from beginning to end and just a chapter a day, a couple chapters a day or however. Some read a daily proverb. I like a daily proverb, and we've talked about this before. So today's January 5th. So which proverb would we read today? Proverbs Chapter 5. I don't know if you guys know this. There's only 31 Proverbs. Most months have 30 to 31 days, and Proverbs is only about 30 to 31 verses, and there's no narratives. There's no stories. You know what Proverbs is? A bunch of one-liners. Like, you are stupid if you do this. Like, don't have anger problems because of this. Like, where are the boys at? Rich is here. Justin and Chewy and all them. I text them these verses very often. Like Proverbs is something that it's just easy wisdom things. And Proverbs honestly shapes you so well. It shapes you so well because you don't have to understand any concepts. You don't have to get to know any people. All it's doing is telling you, based on your decisions, based on your patterns, this is what will happen. Do good things, this is what will happen. So a proverb a day is great. We also like reading through the gospel, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, seeing the life of Jesus, seeing how he responded, how he reacted to things, or even Bible reading plans on apps. Who's doing a Bible reading plan on an app right now? Good, both of you, proud of you. So there's a lot of Bible apps. Come to a leader tonight. If you want to learn how to do a Bible app on your phone, which you can do, check the box. It tells you how you're doing. It gives you updates. It gives you reminders. It's great. So 5 minutes of Bible. Next thing, 5 minutes of prayer. For some people, 5 minutes of prayer sounds like an eternity. It sounds long. For some of you guys, Kyla, it probably sounds way too short. Saved. But here's a model for prayer. You can pray it any way, but always I want you to remember this. Prayer is talking to God, and prayer is listening. Talking to God and listening. We like that. Is the Acts model up there? Nope. All right. There it is. The Acts model, if you don't know how to pray, a lot of times the Acts model is great. What is adoration? Adoration is like, God, you are so good. God, you are such a great Father. You're such a great creator. I love this beautiful nature. You woke me up today. Talking about how good God is. Confession. Lord, today I'm anxious. Lord, today I'm frustrated. Lord, today I'm nervous. Lord, today I'm excited. Lord, today I'm happy. Lord, today I got a date. All these confessions that, how many understand confession is so healthy for you? Confession is healthy for you. That's why it's funny. That's why people aren't good at keeping secrets. Because anything that's inside of you that has to stay inside of you and that you can't share with someone, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, there's something about our nature that doesn't want to keep it to ourselves. But when we're struggling with things, our nature causes us to want to keep it to ourselves, which what does it do? Starts to eat us alive. Confession's important. If you can't confess to a person, you can always confess to God. Why? Because he already knows. God, I'm feeling this way. God, I'm nervous about this. Confession, thanksgiving. But no matter what, Lord, I thank you that I don't like this school, but I get to go to school today. I know there's a lot of people who don't get to go to school, don't get to have an education. I don't know if I'm ready for this test, but you're with me as I take this test. So thank you. Thank you that I have food. Thank you. I don't live with my parents. I don't live in a situation I wish I did, but there's a roof over my head. Thank you. And then supplication. Tell him what you need. God wouldn't talk about being a provider if he didn't want you to ask for anything. All right, just Bible. And then the last one is this. Some people say that like 555 and it's Bible, prayer, and worship. Actually, You can put worship on through all that, but I like this, 5 minutes of focus. 5 minutes to sit there and think. 5 minutes to sit there and just get your mind right. Right? A few minutes. And 5 minutes goes by fast when you're thinking of this. Who is important today? Think about that. And I mean that from like a practical sense. If it's Father's Day and you got a bunch of friends trying to make plans with you, like, wait, it's Father's Day. I probably should spend some time with my dad. Or like, who's important today? I told my small group leader I would meet up with them, and now I got these homework plans, and I got this, and friends want to hang out. Who's important? I know I told Miranda I would hang out. She's important today. I might have to say no to other people. Like, who's important today? You guys understand what I'm saying? Who am I prioritizing today? And it's nothing wrong with the other people. They might be important the next day. Or they might be priority the day before. You guys get what I'm saying? And then also, what is priority today? What is priority today? Because sometimes we let our schedules, we let our thoughts, we let the things that we have going on start to weigh down on us. And honestly, probably about 20% of those things that are weighing on us are actually important for that day. What's important today? And I mean that from a very practical sense. Like some of the boys, I'll talk to them, and I'm sorry I refer to them a lot, but that's my group, that's my crew. Sometimes I'll text them, did you go to weight room today? I'll ask them, did you lift, or did you go in there and just hang out? In my mind, that's important for them that day because of what they're building towards, what they're working towards. For other people, I'm not gonna ask you about that. That probably shouldn't be top priority for you that day to go in there and deadlift and power clean. But for them, it is. You get what I'm saying? With some of these older kids, I'm like, did you go on a job hunt today? I don't ask Chase that. You know what I'm saying? But I do ask that to these 16, 17-year-olds who are like, Tyrone, I want money. Okay, did you go? What is important today? You guys get what I'm saying? All right. 5 minutes of Bible, 5 minutes of prayer, 5 minutes of focus.